Okay, so here's the written out characteristics. I'm not the biggest fan of the way the book has done this because they put sine and cosine together. However, they do have some similarities and some differences. So these first, 4 pieces are for both. From here to here, that's for both sine and cosine. And obviously you can see this is for sine and this one is for cosine. So you have x-intercepts at every other point for sine and every other point for cosine. They just exist in different spots. So I would definitely put that list down there. You already have the range written down. The domain, if you saw, because it's cyclical and it just keeps following that exact pattern, it can go on to infinity and on to negative infinity, and so that's why it's all real numbers. And the amplitude is 1/2 the difference of the maximum and the minimum, or it's from the midpoint to the max, the midpoint to the minimum. So it's 1/2, in this case, 1 minus a -1, and that's how you get 1. So as we get through things, it will change, but at this point, it is a 1. Period. Each function is periodic, which means it has a repeating pattern forever and ever, unless it's labeled otherwise. The shortest repeating portion of the graph is called a cycle. So that's like 1 period is a cycle. It's 0 to 2 pi. So from 0 to 2 pi, that's the period. I think I've already, said that a couple of times, but it is very important because this does get changed as we go into different parts of the equation when we get to the next piece. So just make sure you are aware of these things, but definitely write down the x-intercepts for sine and cosine and make sure to label clearly which one is which. People forever get confused on both of them, and it makes sense because they're taught together.